That's what I'd like you to think. Because amnesia sounds a lot better than just plain ignorance. Believe that ignorance is defined as the lack of knowledge. And see, I'm just faking it. Pretending as if I don't know, but really I do. I felt less than what my designer thought was best, so I suppressed who he supernaturally intended me to be. No lie, I got relaxed. Then I combined by weaving a little bit of his will with a whole lot of mine. So, how do I look? Because I think I look good. And yes, it's not his original design, but I have time to change and fix any minor things that I may lack. I mean, it's not like he's coming back tomorrow. Seriously. How long have we heard of "These Are the Last Days" as the same old song? Is it me? Or do these last days seem to be lasting kind of long? I know I'm not perfect. I had so many I can count my falls, Niagara. Rather than responding to his call, I'd rather schedule him, Viagra. I know I'm not perfect. Wait, that's not.
Wait, I think that's it.
Oh my God.
On this part, you can walk around.
Whatever is wrong.
Whatever is wrong, I know that he can heal. But I want the cat on 1,000 hills with the ability to still grab the wheel, grasp hold to my will like Jacob to Esau's heel. My love is based, and his love is based on how I feel. He loves me not.
Okay.
Like pulling petals off flowers. Yes, he's coming back, but no man knows the day or the hour.
Where have you been? I've been at the altar, waiting for you to repent.
Watch your back.
Ah, dang it. To repent. What happened? You
Lost weight? Yes. I wanted to look good for you, so I haven't been eating my daily
bread of heaven is who I am. See, it scares me. I give you loaves of my word, but you're getting by with the crumbs of commentaries. I needed
a makeover. No one was attracted to me, so I dressed up the gospel. Stayed silent, sing sin, saturated sanctuary, shadowing sight, smoky eyes, because you know you are love.
No. You see, I am your cover. Girl, I make up for your lacks and deficiencies. I know the very foundation. I blend with you perfectly. No need for concealer. I'm the revealer of all. Don't you remember when I tore your veil?
So what you're saying, you don't like my lashes, you don't like my nails.
You don't understand. You just don't understand. Those lashes, I took lashes for your lashes. I took nails for your nails. But if I'm not gaining your heart, then I'm just losing time. Because more than I want you to be outwardly beautiful, I need you to be mine.
Okay, well, we're here now, so let's just get on with the ceremony.
Knowing there will be no one in attendance, you never extended invitations. Too excited about the receptions and the gifts that you forgot about my
Presents, dollar dances, quarters, nickels, and...
The world can keep their dimes. Pieces of silver don't oppress me. Don't forget what happened with Judas.
You just failed to see that I've changed. I admit, I grew distant, lost sight of you, the absolute value, missing the sign, so now with ignorance I co-sign, unable to stay away from tangents, so I thought I had the right angle.
Look, I know your heart has been broken, but if you can keep your eyes fixed on me, I can repair us. We will no longer be fractions, being dominated by denominations.
Yet I choose to stay divided like Palestinian nations.
Your fouls have been flagrant. Your vows have been flagrant, but I am positive. I am the one for you. But we will equal nothing if you continue to be the negative one in this equation. Can you sense my frustration?
You are holy, so I had to impose what legalistic, making appeals for what you already acquitted, obsessed with overruling your objective, purposely plucking purpose.
Professing prosperity. You are practicing pride, persecuting people persistently. And when you became the judge, you took away the saints' defense. And so you've silenced the miraculous testimonies of my witness. So no one's ever convicted. Yet so many of my children are turned away from life because you condemned them with your death penalty sentence.
Not all of them. Which reminds me about their entrance. See, in the Lamb's Book of Life, some of the names you may have skipped. So with attendance, I stamp the wrist so they can get in. The VIP section, we don't address their sin, neither do we offend. Bouncers don't trip off those who abundantly give. Besides, all the praying grandmothers have +1 on the list.
Well, tell them they won't see me. By visiting you routinely, be the example that you need relationship with me. You are more than stained glass windows, pulpits, pews, and singers. Because if you really want to see my church, well then just look in the mirror.
You wanted me to be fine, perfect, righteous, and eloquent. But this lamb seemed desolate and needed development. So I exceeded your budget. I withdrew from Tyra's bank, continued to remodel, staying culturally relevant. My girl Katrina called, said hurricanes and hard times came, and you didn't make yourself evident.
But I told you I would never leave thee or forsake thee.
I hear you, but I had immediate needs.
But you promised you would
Wait for you?
What happened to your ring?
My ring?
Your ring? You don't remember the ring? When I called you out of darkness into marvelous things, you wear it in you, not on you. It was my spirit, my sign to remind you and your ex who you really belong to.
My ring? I pawned. To get back to who I thought was my first love. He spoke words so sweet. He waves as I feel the sureness of my wrong decisions, shifting my view. He wanted me to see breeze so I could forget where the sun sets. Next, I was convinced that I didn't have to repent of my sin. He told me he could wash me with the tide that was coming in. The weather was pleasant on the Atlantic surface, but as I got to its core, the temperature drastically changed. Yes, I contracted an STD, and he burned me at about 9,800 degrees. He was my earth. He was my worth. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there's more.
Did you think I wouldn't notice? All the symptoms and the signs and the unexplainable cravings of sin of all kinds. You even had trouble sleeping.
Weeping may endure for the night, but joy didn't come in the morning sickness. So when my pain and my warning you witness me take the pill for the morning after, coincidentally located right next to my box of alabaster. I was too shameful to bring forth alabaster.
Stirred lies of wicked men's tongues started deceiving you. Then automatically planted the seeds of deceit in you. And when you became pregnant with falsehood, it became impossible for you to conceive the truth.
Made me free. But I ran back to what I was comfortable with. Being enslaved and mind depraved. I'm sure you don't want me now. I'm not worth the price you pay.
They flogged me with whips that left my flesh stripped, and I was beat with their instruments rhythmically, which made my skin to bleed symphonies. I can still remember the hooks like a chorus, and those weren't just 66 letters. They were musical scores to keep us contained on one accord, for you always to have the right keys to my heart's doors.
I just wanted a sample, repeating sin like looping 8 bars. And on my own tempo, I begin to embark. Instead of following your instrumentation, I drown out your heartbeat of timpani. And ignoring the woodwinds, the harmonies and the woodwinds of your spirit. If your trumpet sound, I wouldn't hear it, or even the brass ring. Because I lay tracks upon tracks of a cappella just to hear myself sing. Majoring in minor has left me scratched like broken records, causing my life to stutter. I'm a false instructor, pretending as if I'm watching the conductor. I'm too unlawful to be your wed wife, and I'll probably never recover.
My will was put to the test When I had to choose to escape glory or to escape inglory, or bear torment upon my flesh, you were the reason I embraced that cross like my child who was long lost, Mary. My own mother couldn't even recognize the disfigured face of her son. Me is what I gave you on that cross on Calvary. When it was done, I told you I loved you. I mean, how much? I showed you. You called it crucifixion, but I call it proposal. You don't need a third party. Oh, that's awkward. I call it proposal. Will you marry me? You don't need a third party. You have direct access to me. And I've yet to file an account. Ooh, and we won't ever. Dang it. Let's put that word up. Let's go back from. I'm too off.